Dolphin, or mahi-mahi, are among the most colorful of game fish. When feeding or otherwise excited, the colors become brighter and more intense. The food value is excellent. It has a white flesh that is mild and suitable for any method of cooking. It tends to school in the same size, from a few pounds to 20 pounds. The larger dolphin run single, and in male-female pairs. Males are always larger. The world record is 88 pounds. A variety of tackle is used, from fly rods to spinning reels and bait casting. The methods for fishing are trolling, casting, and drifting. Dolphins are warm water fish from Florida to Massachusetts. They are most plentiful in the South. Our next fish is going to be this nice, beautiful, large dolphin. As you can see, we're going to definitely use both knives here, and that's why I have them laid out. You need a large, thin knife like this in order to skin it. This fish has a large head. There's a good bit of waste in the head of this fish, and it's a very thin fish. Even though it is big looking, your return is not quite as good as it is on other fish. So you're going to need to get a good job on it, skin it down, and it is excellent eating. You'll enjoy it. Come back like we did on the other fish we showed you earlier, cutting back towards the tip of the head, not to waste any meat. Flip your fish over. Take your finger, stick him in his eyes, easy to hold on to him. Turn back again. Cut back up in the top of the head, not to waste any meat. You can see it's very, very easy to remove a head from a dolphin. Now we're going to do the fillet on this dolphin. Applying pressure down our left hand. Come in, keep our finger on the index part of that knife. Come right on down through the tail. Use your left hand and your thumb to keep this thing folded back. Rub right along the backbone. Open up the belly section. You can hear those bones being cut. Come on the other side of that vertebrae. Make sure you get to the center of it. Come back down on the other side. Get close. Just remember, it's just a little larger fish, takes a few more strokes. Come all the way back down through to the tail. Come back to that section, pull it through. Pretty big fish here. We lay it down, we come close again to that dorsal fin. Always coming close. Closer you get to that fin, the more meat we're going to get back. Apply pressure with our left hand. Come on all the way to the tip of the head. Move that big boy over. As you can see, if you come up and down over this vertebrae, this big bone, if you lay that fish knife on the top of that, and if you notice you ride it down the backbone, which a lot of people do, look how much meat you're going to leave on this backbone of this large dolphin. That's a lot of waste. I can stick my fingers underneath that knife blade. The idea is to come in the back, come to the vertebrae, work yourself over, take the knife edge, and pull back down on the other side. And that's on any fish you do, even a flounder. Only other exception to that would be boning a shad. Now, next step is I'm going to show you how to fillet this other piece. This is going to be very similar to our mackerel. It has a long, flat rib cage section. This one's a little more difficult to work with on this board because it's so long. We're just going to take this tail, we're going to drape it over, turn our knife just like we did on the other one. Make sure we kind of touch right along the edge of the bone so we can feel it. We don't want to leave any meat. Hold it up, take our index finger, keep it on that guard again, come right on back. And just keep scraping along the bones. It's a little deeper than the mackerel, but it's the same principle. Come back, lay it back, draw your little line. You want to keep that finger again on it because you want to be able to feel when you cut through that skin and touch the backbone. Then all you do is reach up with your left hand again, use your thumb and your knife as a pair of pliers, and just pull a whole strip right on out. Okay, our next section is just like the mackerel before. We've got those center bones that run right down the center of the fish. Cut down on both sides, keeping our finger on the blade so we can feel where we're touching, just like a surgeon. Cut on through. Again, left hand, use our knife and our thumb as a pair of pliers. Just pull it straight back. You've got all the bones out now. We can enjoy it like a banana. Okay, now on a larger fish, anytime you have a big dolphin like this or a large king or anything, to make it easier and you don't need that bigger fillet when you go to cook it later, you can take it if you want and skin it whole, but it's easier if you want to take it and just cut the fish lengthwise. If you don't have a long knife like I have in this particular shot, you can do it with a smaller blade knife. Like I showed you before, get started on your fillet and just apply pressure down with your knife. Hold the meat up, hold on to the skin. Just give yourself a seesaw motion. Always applying pressure down toward the board. And then as you take the fillet off, you can see we didn't leave any meat on this skin as waste. Okay, I'll show you on this other little strip. Same principle. Lay it down, hold the tip of the tail, get a good grip on it, rub it back and forth. Just a seesaw motion. Keep that knife blade flat and right on through. There again, no meat. I like your disposable unit here. Now, after you've taken and cut that long strip in this manner, all you have to do is come back and figure what size portions you want to serve and just cut across and then make your serving size pieces. I guarantee you no one's going to go hungry with this kind of fillet. Isn't that gorgeous? And the good thing about it is we didn't waste any meat. That one little half right there will make a real nice meal for 6 people. Okay, now we're going to take the other side of the fillet off. It's just a reverse like we did the mackerel. We come in, run right along that fin, pressing down against the bone. Come to that point, come right on through to the center of the vertebrae. Remember that large hump that we have in that center. On this one, we're going to cut through these rib bones that attach to the backbone from this side, coming right on back through, and you can feel that knife cutting through those larger bones. That way we won't waste any meat. Come back down, pull it up, come back down on that vertebrae. Remember that big large hump. Come on right on to the tip, all the way down. Don't waste any bit. I'm going to turn it around. Come back, apply pressure with our left hand, work that knife blade right along close to that fin. Remember, don't come off of it a ½ inch and leave a ½ inch of meat all the way down that fish. That's a whole serving wasted. And look how clean we got that backbone. You can read the newspaper through that. That's the way you want to end up cleaning a fish and getting a lot of return back. We aren't going to do this other side and show you how to take the little bones out and skin it because it'd just be repetitious. I wish you well on these beautiful dolphins.